Some people don't fall for looks. They fall for the way you make them think. And sometimes, the right question can stay in her mind longer than your presence ever could. Welcome to Stoic Today, where ancient Stoic philosophy meets modern psychological truth. If you want to master your emotions, understand people deeply, and build unbreakable inner power, subscribe and join our journey. In a world filled with noise, attention is cheap, but genuine curiosity is rare. Most conversations today are predictable, shallow, and forgettable. People speak, but they don't connect. And that is why the man who asks the right questions becomes unforgettable. Because when you ask something meaningful, you don't just hear her words, you enter her mind. The first question: what's something most people misunderstand about you? Imagine this. She's used to people judging her quickly, labeling her, assuming who she is without truly knowing her. And then you ask this. Suddenly, she pauses. Psychologically, this question bypasses surface-level identity and touches her deeper self-image. It shows that you're not interested in the mask, but in the person behind it. From a Stoic perspective, this reflects wisdom. The Stoics believed that reality is often hidden beneath perception, and the wise man seeks truth, not appearances. The lesson is simple. When you make someone feel understood, they will remember you long after the conversation ends. The second question: what makes you feel truly alive? Most people never get asked this. They're asked what they do, not what they feel. This question shifts the conversation from routine to emotion. Psychologically, it activates passion and memory. She begins to associate you with the feeling of aliveness itself. The Stoics valued awareness of life's fleeting nature. To feel alive is to be present, to experience deeply, without distraction. And when you ask this, you become part of that moment. The lesson: people are drawn to those who remind them how to feel, not just how to think. The third question: what's a moment in your life that changed you? Picture this. The room is quiet, the conversation slows down, and she reflects. This question invites vulnerability, but in a meaningful way. It shows strength, not neediness. Psychologically, sharing transformative moments builds emotional connection. It creates a sense of trust without forcing it. Stoic philosophy teaches that challenges shape us, that pain is not something to avoid, but something to learn from. By asking this, you show that you respect her journey, not just her present image. The lesson: depth creates attraction that surface-level charm never can. The fourth question: what do you value most in people? Now you're entering her standards, her inner code. Most men try to impress, but few try to understand what actually matters to her. Psychologically, this question reveals her priorities, her emotional triggers, and what she secretly looks for in others. The Stoics believed that a person's values define their character, and character is everything. When you understand what she values, you stop guessing and start seeing clearly. The lesson: the man who understands values doesn't chase approval. He aligns or walks away. If you've ever experienced something like this, let me know in the comments. The fifth question: what kind of life are you trying to build? This question shifts everything. Now you're not talking about the past. You're exploring her vision of the future. Psychologically, this creates a powerful connection, because people are deeply attached to their dreams, even the ones they rarely speak about. And when you ask this, you position yourself as someone who sees beyond the moment. The Stoics taught that life should be lived with intention, not reaction, but direction. This question reflects that mindset. The lesson: people are drawn to those who think long-term. In a world obsessed with the temporary, the sixth question: what's something you've never told anyone, but wish you could? This is not a question you ask lightly. It carries weight, but when the moment is right, it opens a door most people never get access to. Psychologically, it signals deep trust. It tells her, you are safe here, and sometimes that is all someone needs to open up. Stoicism doesn't reject emotion. It understands it. It teaches control, not suppression. And true strength is creating space for honesty, without judgment. The lesson: the deepest connections are built in moments of truth, not performance. Now here's the deeper insight most people miss. Humans don't remember conversations the way you think. They remember how you made them feel about themselves. Ego, insecurity, desire, fear. These are the hidden forces behind every interaction. When you ask shallow questions, you stay on the surface. But when you ask with intention, you touch identity. And that's where real attraction lives. The Stoics understood something powerful. You cannot control how others feel about you, but you can control how deeply you understand them. And in that understanding, you gain quiet influence. Not loud, not desperate, but undeniable. So don't try to impress her with words. Don't try to win her with performance. Instead, ask questions that make her discover herself. Because the man who awakens thought is the man who stays in her mind. The Stoics believed that true power is not in controlling others, but in understanding them. And when you master that, you don't chase attention. You become unforgettable. If this video helped you understand people a little better, subscribe to Stoic today for more timeless wisdom.